Hey guys, E2A here, and welcome back to another FIFA 17 Ultimate Team Squad Builder. Today, I'm going to bring you guys a cheap and overpowered team that you can use in FUT Champions if you're not the best at FIFA or if you don't have the most amount of coins. Now, I actually asked on Twitter, I did a poll earlier on today, asking you guys how many coins you've had, and the majority of you had around 10,000 coins or less, so I thought that would be perfect to build a cheap team like this, because if you don't have that many coins, it's very hard to do well in FUT Champions. Because to do well, you either need to be really good at FIFA, you need a really good team, or you need a very, very overpowered team. And this definitely falls in that last category. It's a very, very sweaty team. And it's not a type of team you're going to be playing really good kind of tiki-taka football with. It's not the type of team you're going to do a lot of skills with. And it's not the type of team you really want to come up against in FUT Champions either. It's 5 at the back, it's very, very overpowered, and you're going to be generally counter-attacking your opponents. You're not going to be dominating games, but it's great for getting wins if you're not the best at FIFA, or if you don't just have the coins really to be able to build a team to compete. This is a great team to be able to beat teams that are a lot better than you, and it's one that I would definitely recommend you guys trying out. So without further ado, let's go on into the team. It will cost you between 10 and 15,000 coins, depending what time of day you pick these cards up, and also what console you are on. But starting off in goal, we're going to be going with Nato. Very, very good keeper on this game. 84 diving, 80 handling, he's 6'4" as well, and yeah, definitely a keeper I would recommend trying out. In the left wing-back position, we're going to be going with Kieran Gibbs. Now, the wing-backs in a formation like this, especially the 5-2-1-2, since it doesn't have left or right wingers, these players are so important because they give you the width. So, any balls up the wing, they're going to normally be on them. And also, if you do like crossing, they're going to be the key players to cross the ball. So you want players that have at least 80 pace. Pace is very important, especially in a team where you're going to be doing counter-attacking and generally just a lot of kind of quick play. So you need someone like Kieran Gibbs, someone's got over 80 pace at least. You also want good defending because they are your main kind of defensive wide players. So they're the last option you really have defensively on the wings. You don't have wingers who can track back either. So you do want good defending. 80 defending is pretty good there. He's also got good physical. You want good passing as well. These players do need to be good going forward, so having 72 passing is definitely not bad at all. And yeah, Kieran Gibbs is a really, really good player to use, especially in this type of formation. He perfectly suits the left wing-back position. Now, in the first centre-back position, we're going to be using a player I've used so much on FIFA 17, and that is Tonelli right here. Very, very good card. And yeah, he's 6 foot tall. He's got low, high work rate, so he always is going to be in position at the back, which is perfect. 76 pace, 82 defending, 77 physical. Very, very cheap player and very, very overpowered one. I would definitely recommend you guys trying out. In the middle of the defence, we're going to be going with a very, very tall, physical and strong player. That is Maksimovic right here. He's got 66 pace, which is not too bad. He's 6'4", wins all the headers in the air. Very, very strong player. 83 defending, 79 physical, and yeah, he's got really, really good physical stats, great strength, and he's a very, very hard player to get past. That's why I put him in the middle, because he's got medium-high work rate as well, so he's going to sit back. He's really tall, so he wins the headers, and with him being the slowest defender out of the three, still, he's not that slow. With him being the slowest one, I want him to be in the middle, because he's kind of that more physical player who can win headers if your opponent does like to cross. We also have a very, very tall player. I think he's actually taller at 6'5", and that is KOULIBALY. Absolute beast right here. He's got the Sentinel chemistry, which improves his defending and physical by around 10, I think. It doesn't improve it by 3, which is what it shows here. If you look on footed, you see what the chemistry does actually do, and yeah, it gives him around about like 98 physical, I believe, and also very, very good defending. He already has 86 physical, which is insane. He's so strong. He has over 90 strength. Very, very aggressive player. 82 defending too, 74 pace, so he is a quick player again. And yeah, I do like to normally have my quicker centre-backs as the left and right centre-backs in a 5 at the back formation. But yeah, he's so, so strong, so, so tall. And the reason I don't have him in the middle is just because he's got high, high work rates. So he sits back slightly less than Maksimovic. He doesn't seem to get forwards that much, but Maksimovic just seems to sit back a little bit deeper, so that's why I play him in the middle. Now, in the right wing-back position, we're going to be going with a very, very overpowered player, and that is Oscar de Marcos. Really, really good card right here. He's got 88 pace. As I said, pace is really important for a wing-back, because they're going to be getting forwards, that you can use that pace to really create some space and get forwards, which is very, very important. So 88 pace is great. Also 73 passing, again, you need good passing, because they are going to be putting balls into the box, playing balls up the line as well. So definitely a very important stat there, and also pretty good defending and physical. So yeah, definitely a very, very good player. Perfect wing back in this type of formation right here. Now moving into the midfield, in this formation here you don't want too much of an attacking centre mid, so you don't really want like high attacking work rate. You want medium, medium or medium high. I've got one defensive midfielder and one creative midfielder. The creative midfielder here is going to be Essential. You can use Isco if you already have him in your club, but he is currently around about 4,000 coins because of a squad builder challenge where you do need the high rated players. But yeah, Sensiel's got a great card, and I actually prefer him to Isco on this game because he's got slightly better passing, not as good dribbling and not the 4-star skill moves, but he kind of suits this formation better because of his medium work rates. And yeah, he's just got a really good card, 83 passing, he's got really good stats when it comes to ball control and dribbling there, 82 dribbling as well, decent pace. I've used the engine chemistry which improves the passing, dribbling and pace, which makes him more of an attacking and creative player. So yeah, definitely a player I would recommend trying out. Really good at passing the ball and playing defense splitting through balls where you press Y or the through ball button depending on your console, and right bumper as well. And that can play some great balls through the middle and put your strikers through on goal. So definitely a great player, would definitely recommend him. Next to him, we are going to be going with a very good player, very kind of similar to someone like Vieira or Petit, very similar and very overpowered, and that is Francois Coquelin. He's got an amazing card right here, 70 pace, 70 passing, 76 dribbling, 79 defending, 81 physical, medium-high work rates. He's such a good player defensively. One of the best defensive midfielders I have used on this game. I'm using the powerhouse chemistry just to improve that passing because he does only have 70 passing, which is not the best, so I have improved that. And yeah, I believe that chemistry puts it to around about 80 or more. So yeah, he is very solid there. That's the chemistry I would recommend on him. Anything that really improves his passing, you could maybe use Catalyst if you want him to be a little bit quicker. But I'm fine with 70 pace, and yeah, he's just such a good player defensively, all over the place. Very similar to someone like Kante. And yeah, if you like using people like Kante, he's very similar and a lot cheaper, so a player I would definitely recommend trying out. Now in the attacking midfield position, we're going to be going with a very overpowered player who so few people seem to use on this game, and that is Bojan. I don't know why people don't use him more because he's so overpowered. He's got 77 pace, 73 shooting, 78 passing, 83 dribbling, 4-star skill moves, and he plays like someone like Sterling with his player of the month card right here, or down on the bench, who is one of my favourite players on the game. You guys can see right here, 147 games played, 100 goals, 35 assists. He plays very similar to someone like that, or someone like Messi with his dribbling, really good agility and balance, and he's just a great player. Would definitely recommend trying him out, and he's someone I never really see being used on Ultimate Team. He gets a lot of goals from distance and in the penalty area as well, and it really is his dribbling that makes him such a good player. He's very hard to defend against because he can just weave in and out of defences. Now, you've got an option when it comes to the strike force right here, because I've decided to go with left and right forwards on 6 chemistry up front. Now, this is because these players right here are perfect as strikers. They have very good stats and just suit that position perfectly. So if you do want to use them, then go ahead. They're what I would recommend doing. However, if you do want your players to get full chemistry, then you can just go ahead and use Iago Aspas in the right striker position. Again, he's an overpower player. He's someone I would recommend trying out. You could use Morata as well. Adjuriz, basically just any Spanish striker from the Liga Santander. And in the left striker position, you can use Danny Welbeck. You could use Remy. You could use any Arsenal striker of your choice. With Danny Welbeck, again, very overpowered player. But what I've actually decided to do is go with, in the left striker position right here, Theo Walcott right here. He is so overpowered at striker. 93 pace, 77 shooting, 73 passing, 80 dribbling. And yeah, he's just so quick. He's unstoppable when he gets through on goal. His finishing is actually very good as well. He does get quite a lot of goals in real life, and he does play as a striker quite a lot for Arsenal. So having those kind of stats there kind of suits the striker position more, I believe, than playing out wide, because he doesn't have the 4-star skill moves that is really good for a winger. So I think he actually kind of plays better as a striker, and yeah, he's just so good up front. I have used the Hawk chemistry style, which is what I would recommend on him. Hawk or finisher probably works best, because that gets his pace up. If you use the Hawk chemistry style to around about 99 or 98, making him just so quick. Also does improve his shooting and physical as well. But next to him, we're going to be going with another player off chemistry, and this is a right forward. Again, I said you can use Aspas or Morata if you want. And this is Inaki Williams. Now, he is so overpowered. His stats are perfect for a striker. I mean, if he got like an informal striker, he would sell for so much. He's got 92 pace. He's so quick. He's got 75 shooting. Really good clinical finisher. 73 passing as well. And what's good about playing wingers up front is they actually have really good passing stats. So you can do a lot of 1-2s, and they have better passing than most strikers. So you can play some good balls in the penalty area, create space. And when you're playing a formation like this, you normally, since you'll be on either ultra defensive, or park the bus, generally depending on the type of opponents you're playing, you're not going to have many players up front making runs. So if you can play good 1-2s with the strikers, you're going to be able to create space and get goals. So that's pretty important. Also does have 4-star skill moves and 79 physical. I believe he actually has over 80 strength as well. So he's very kind of a rare winger. You don't have that many wingers who are very, very quick with over 90 pace, but also strong and tall. He's also over 6 foot tall, and yeah, he's strong, so he wins headers as well, and just a very, very good player. Would definitely recommend trying him out. But as I said, if you don't really want to have him on 5 or 6 chemistry, then you can just use Iago Aspas instead. Now, the custom tactics and player instructions I will show you before we do get on into a game with the team in FUT Champions. Just quickly show you right here. The custom tactics, it's a counter-attacking team, so I've gone with 90 speed. That means you can play very, very fast play. You're not going to be on the ball much playing tiki-taka or slow build-up play. You want to get the ball, play some 1-2s, and play a ball through the middle or over the top. So 90 speed is very, very good for counter-attacking. 75 passing, again, you're not looking to play short passing, tiki-taka. You want to do quick, direct counter-attacking play, so that is perfect. 75 passing, again, right here, for exactly the same reason. 40 crossing, you're not going to be crossing it too much. You don't have strikers who are really good in the air. Unless you do want to use someone like Danny Welbeck and maybe an Aki Williams, then you'd have 2 much taller strikers. Or if you want to use Addy Reese, for example, possibly, then you could increase that crossing. It just does depend on your playstyle. 66 shooting is what I've gone with here, just because you want players to get into shooting positions. And yeah, that's just what I have gone with there. And then you also want to go with quite low pressure, around 30 pressure, because you want your opponent to kind of push down into your penalty area, into your final third of the pitch, so you can then counter-attack from there. You don't want to high line, because you want to have quite a lot of players behind the ball, so you can intercept and then play it over the top. 50 aggression, 50 team width, I haven't changed that, and put your defence's line to cover, because that means the players are going to stay back. They're not going to play offside trap, which can be quite annoying. And also for the custom player instructions right here, I've left my fullbacks alone. Normally you do set fullbacks, stay by us attacking. When they're playing in this wing-back position, they're the players offering width, so I don't do anything to them. Coquelin, I set him to stay by us attacking. That's just because he's the defensive midfielder. You do want him to stay back, and that gives you a really, really solid defence, because you've basically got 6 players at the back with these kind of more attacking players ahead of them. I also set Walcott right here to stay central and get him behind. He's the quicker player out of the 2, only by 1 pace, but still he is a quicker player, so I did want him to make those runs in behind so I can play the ball over to him. Also cut passing lanes, and you will see what I've done with the other striker as well, which kind of matches that nicely. So Aki Williams, he stays central target man and press back line. That means that when your opponent, because generally they're going to have a lot of the ball with this type of play in this type of formation, they're going to have a lot of the ball. So if you have the press back line, one of them is going to press those defenders and make them give the ball away. One of them is going to cut the passing lanes. And that combination works really well, because if you're pressing the back line with an Aki Williams, it's going to force the defenders into making mistakes. And with the passing lanes being covered by Walcott, he can intercept the ball and get some good attacking opportunities. So definitely a good thing. We'll definitely try that out. Stay central target man. Again, he's the taller player, so I want him to be in the middle. Same with Walcott. I want them to both be in the middle so I can play the ball through to them. But as I said, he is the taller man in the strike force, so I do want him to be in a position where you can win headers. I don't cross it too much, but you do just want him there. And also he's the stronger player, so he can receive the ball, hold it up a bit as a target man, and then play it into Walcott. So those are the custom tactics and player instructions that I have used. You guys can see the team, so without further ado, let's go on into a game in FUT Champions and show you guys just how overpowered this team is. I just tried to get into a daily knockout tournament for the FUT Champions game mode. It wouldn't let me though, because you need a 1 league team to actually play in the daily knockout round today, so I'm not going to be able to do that. So instead I'm going to play a divisions game. Should be against a decent opposition though, because I'm in a quite high division. Should be coming up against some good teams. So let's go on into it and hopefully show you guys just how good this team is. So here we go. This is my opponent's team. He's got a solid Liga BBVA team, the type of team you'll often come up against in FUT Champions as well, because it's using the most used formation by far on this game. He's got some great players. Informal Orellana, Pato and Nani. He's a great strike force. Really good midfield as well. High rated players and a solid defense. Should be a good game, and hopefully we are going to be able to get the win. And yeah, I just want to show you guys like how good this team is against a good opposition. This is a good team. I reckon it'll be a decent player. It's a nice ball there from Bojan. Bojan's played Walcott through. Keep on going, finesse that. There we go, we get the goal. Is that... There we go, that is the goal. It wasn't offside, anything like that. We get the goal, and it is 1-0. And we are in the lead already. This guy's a decent player. He's had a lot of shots. And my first attack of the game, and we get the goal with Theo Walcott. The reason I actually wanted to play this game live, rather than just doing it as a normal kind of gameplay where I show just the gameplay, I don't really talk about it, is because playing with 5 at the back is different to most other kind of teams. You want to go ultra defensive if you're up against a really good opponent or a really good team. If you're against an average opponent, average kind of team, you want to go defensive, never just balanced. And if it's an amazing opponent, like seriously like a pro player, a YouTuber who's really good at the game, or a team with like legends and Ronaldo, players like that, who are going to obviously have a lot of opportunities against you, in that case, you'd want to go park the bus. I don't go park the bus at all, really, except against very, very good opposition, because it's not good to play against, because it can be really boring to play against, and also it's pretty boring to actually play as we nearly get through there with WALCOTT, but I think he was offside right there. So yeah, you want to go ultra defensive or defensive, and the reason for that is, as I go ultra defensive right here, is because you have so many players behind the ball, and you have low pressure, which you set in the custom tactics. It means that your opponent pushes a lot into your half, gets forward a lot, but you have so many players behind the ball, it's almost impossible for them to break down. This means they either go for long shots, where you'll either get corners, and I've not conceded a goal from a corner in any game I've played with this team. I've played about 10 with it because of the really tall defenders, or they go with long shots, which you can either save or they get a corner from. You don't really concede goals from corners, and you can either save it and then flick it clear, or you can see what I did there. You just win the headers from corners normally with the tall defenders, and you can counter attack from it. So that works really, really well. And yeah, I know it was quite complicated to explain there, but yeah, that's what you want to do. Ultra defensive with the counter attacking tactics I showed you earlier on means your opponent will drop deep. You get not much of the ball, but you get so many great opportunities to then go over the top. And as you see there, 1-0 up against a decent team and a pretty good opposition as well. So so far the team is playing well. I've had less shots, less on target. That's what you expect with this type of team here. He's a better player than me, but I'm in the lead, and that's what counts. So yeah, let's go into the second half. Hopefully get a few more goals. That's some good play by him, but look at that. He just has so many players behind the ball. It's really hard to break down. He goes for a long shot. He gets the corner, and I don't really mind about corners because, as you see here, we just win the header, and now we have a good opportunity to counter from them. It's really just actually quite effective getting when your opponent gets corners, because look at this. From a corner, we've now got a great opportunity to get forward. I'm going to play that in there. We then play that through. That's a great bit of play. And now I can square that to the back post. Not the best of passes, but you guys saw that was all from a corner, and I got a great opportunity to very, very nearly score. He's got Orellana through right here. Nice bit of dribbling from Orellana. Nice bit of dribbling. Nice bit of dribbling. He goes for the shot, and it's in the back of the net. That was awful defending by me. Dived in all over the place. Just couldn't put a proper tackle in. And inform Orellana there, who's a very, very good player, gets the tackle. I was sliding all over the place. Terrible defending. And I only really got myself to blame there. And he's back in the game at 1-1. Nice tackle there from Coquelin. He's just all over the place at the back. So, so good. And now we've got a nice opportunity to get forward. We give the ball away, though, with Inaki Williams. We win it back there. That's a nice tackle there, I think, by Asensio. And now, look at that from a turn by WALCOTT. He knocks that through the middle. Can he get to it? Can he get to it? Very nearly got to the rebound. You get a lot of lucky bounces with pacey players. So they can get to the ball quickly. And we've got the ball back there with that Inaki Williams. Yes, it was. Nice scoop turn by him. Now he's got the pace and the strength. Look at that. Great bit of strength to hold that player off. Great bit of strength to hold him off too. And he ends up getting, that's a foul. Could easily be a red card actually too. I'm not sure what's going to happen here. Is it a red card? No, it isn't. Not even a booking right there from a tackle from behind. Yeah, terrible tackle right there. But we've got a free kick. I'm actually going to play this in right here to Kieran Gibbs. I'm going to go for a finesse shot from the top of the box, and it is a good save by the keeper. Not the best of shots, but still decent save. Nice bit of hold-up play there. Now we can play this through. Great turn. There's a brilliant drag back from Inaki Williams. He can go all the way. He knocks that head. That's got to be a foul there. Just palms him off in the face, and it is a foul. We've got a free kick. Who is a decent free kick taker in this team? WALCOTT there. He wants it. He's got some decent stats. But what I'm going to do is actually play this off short right here to Theo Walcott. Theo Walcott's going to hit that, and it is wide of the post. He had a man on the line. Free kick wouldn't have really worked. Was a decent opportunity there. Got just so many players back. Really, really hard for him to do anything. We force him out wide there with Gibbs. Nice tackle from him. He's trying to get inside with some skill moves, but not really working when you have just so many defenders back. Force him to go for the cross, and it is a save, but just ended up taking that out of play. Not something you see that often from keepers, but there we go. Nice defending from the corner. As I said, never conceded any corners. I think I said that earlier on with this team in about 10 games, and now we've got a nice opportunity to counter. Again, all from a corner. Corners give you a lot of good attacking opportunities because now we've got WALCOTT through. WALCOTT's going to play that across off the post, and you've got to be scoring that. Inaki Williams gets a 90th minute winner, and I mean it just kind of comes when you're using an overpowered, sweaty team, 5 at the back, park the bus, it's just what you expect. You get these lucky games. You get games where you get dominated. This guy had way more shots than me, and we get a 90th minute winner. This is how you get kind of the scripting, all that stuff people talk about. It's by using these type of teams here. Because you come up against opponents who can be a lot better than you. You can be a lot worse, but you can just defend. Even if you're not good at defending, you can just have so many people behind the ball. Very hard to deal with. We went ultra defensive. He was a great player with a good team, and we get the win right there. 2-1 win, last minute goal, and that was quite a lucky goal. But you get that type of luck with a team like this. You get lucky, and yeah, I mean, you're going to be conceding kind of a lot of corners. People are going to attack you a lot, but corners are good, I said, because I ended up scoring from a counter-attack from a corner. Got a lot of good opportunities from corners. They go for a lot of long shots. That's also fine. They'll have a lot of shots, but you can get the ball, throw it over the top, and get some good opportunities for on goal. So we get a goal with Williams, goal with Walcott, 2 assists with Bojan. And that's what I was talking about. Bojan is that creative player in the middle of the pitch. You've got that triangle up front of Walcott, Williams, and Bojan, and they just make a lot of great passes, 1-2s, and create a lot of space, and they're kind of the main attacking threat of the team. But there we go. Great team. I definitely recommend you guys trying out. Look at the shots right there. We didn't have too many shots. We did end up, though, getting the win. A lot of passes completed there by Bojan. Look at that. He completed twice as many passes as almost everyone else on the pitch. And yeah, he's just so good on the ball. Dribbles as well. Completed a lot of dribbles. But there we go, guys. That is the team right there. We look at the match stats just to show you guys the kind of how the game went. He had more shots than me, twice as many on target, slightly less possession, which isn't something you see that often. But yeah, he dominated me. He deserved to win. We get the 2-1 win, though, just with this overpowered, sweaty team. You've got to try it out, guys. Awesome team to use in FUT Champions. This guy was a good player with a decent team and a formation you come up against all the time as well in FUT Champions. This counters that formation perfectly. But I hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, don't forget to leave a like on it. Subscribe if you are new around here, and I'll see you in my next video. Take care.